This day 965 Del Shul Yami. If you'd like to sponsor a company share more Del Shul Yami, please know me directly. It'd be greatly appreciated. There is in Simon Tarmat, Top Nishman Test, Gimel to Yud Base. Gimel. I'm not going to start the Dine. Because of Kosiv Lakachim, should they Lakachim Yakol Echo Be'echot. Has to be perfect taking, whole taking. Each and every person has. Vachi Perusha means Shukol Arba Minim Kushlemus. Echot Be'echot. All should be holy to each and every person. Below Shel Shutfus. In other words, holy, I guess, would mean also exclusively and not in partnership. The Shutfus Aim Yakol Echot L'Kilotama. If it's a partnership, nobody has a whole taking. Kim this match Shutfus, and since partnership is no good, therefore Lachem, which from the word with which we derive shalachem, it's going to be mishalachem for your own. Lotias Shol as a goes who precludes that which is barred and that which is stolen. Klamar, Tilav Lakachtem, meaning if not for Lakachtem, you see Marbe Milachem Shel Shutfus. I would have included from Lachem, I would have included the partnership. I became Shel Shutfus, these might be Lakachtem, but since the partnership has been excluded from Lakachtem, then Lachem therefore comes to Tishov because to preclude borrowed or stolen. Even though at this point it's a nevertheless it was not originally your shalachem. If you go say, but Gemara Gankin has a version according to our version of Gemara. This is also the way to understand it. Lukachtem should they lekicha lekol echad ve'echad. Lukachtem means each person should take it. Tama exclusive whole taking. So it's going to be lukachtem lechem. So it's going to says that Lukachtem kol echad ve'echad. Ayin sham. The Gam Ken Pirush Ken. It also means the same thing. Shkol echad ve'echad. So she lo shiyulav shalim esser shalim. It's got to have a whole lulav and whole esser. That's only if it's wholly owned by that person. Holy, WHOLLY. Chayko meaning. All the meaning. Zelki chatam. This is the whole holistic. That's not spelled the same way. Taking. Ubaro b'siyat Shmaya is clear with God's help. Dal. V'day, you should know that Amasha ain't a yotze b'shol that which you're not yotze the bar lulav ikshu and porshim. Machdel simin yudal. They ask. Simin yudal. The Africa of Tali shno putman. Tzitzis even though bar talis is exempt from tzitzis. You'll see it says "Tuschav lo shachem," your garment, not that of others. Nevertheless, when you borrowed a talus which already has tzitzis, this barashim shechol baruch. There it seems that you can make a bracha. Something be a rush because of the came which once he can't give loaned it to him. He should shabarach loaned him in order to be able to make a bracha on it. Being mishal baruch al shiyah shalo, and we can't make a bracha until it's his, the borrower's. I mean, the body coming else, you should take him on time, not faster. So he'd say it's definitely it was a tent as a gift, stipulating that it be returned. Came back as a team of ches. In the Dabas Kedushin, it's true about a wedding. Shem kachim rak tabas shel chasan. You only can marry a woman with the chasan's ring. Come nevertheless, shehi shilo. When he borrowed it, I mean, we say the Isa Kavanoso, the lender, I guess, had in mind, it should be a gift on stipulation it's returned. So here, when he lends him the lulav, why do we say the Kavanoso? There's Kavanos also. It doesn't work any other way. It'll be effective automatically by default as a gift on the stipulation that's returned. The Moab Esor, which is affected by Esor in the other meaning, as we shall see. Hey, for there was a lot of difficulty dealing with this. Yesh Bishul Tzalmai doesn't want to say the Bemis Gam Esor Kain who the Esor also is true. You can make a bracha when you borrow it generically. It doesn't sound like this. The Varav the Miyat Torah show, according to this interpretation, now which the Torah precluded borrowed lulav. Zabam Furash is only if he told him explicitly in Ishol Lo Lecha, the love of Matana. I'm not asking you. I'm only letting you, not giving you as a gift in order to, with stipulation to return it. Mishnah that was the Magen Avraham. But the Mishnah who normally does go to Magen Avraham, says, it's better to specify in the first day that it's given Matana and Aslachzir, but the Eved, if he borrowed generically, his Yotzing. Magen Avraham, because the default assumption is that it's giving it in whatever way it's going to work. And the Shulchan is talking when he gave it explicitly as a loan. or the giver does not know the halacha, then you're not yotze with a bar lulav. It's later on, the Mishnah says that you should, if you have another lulav, you get another lulav, you should, later on, use that second lulav and make and take it again because of the suffix in the first one, but without a bracha. Going weiter in the Arukh HaShulchan. Arukh HaShulchan is not able to make an Avram. Like the Mishnah Berurah, he says they should have stated this distinction. It says the brackets got machzis. Shekel Gimel says machzis. Shekel is also doing this Magen Avram. Ulanias like the Yantzim, he says Arukh HaShulchan dains a demon class. It's not comparable at all. The hein emes I mean svarazu. Should we say this for that he gives it to the borrower in the way in which he can be able to say no subdabashin and if they said something where there won't be a loss, but it's to the object. The talis like the garment, the bas or the ring. The talis here actually is a talis mamish. And tabash sharei eno chovala kamuvan when it's not eno nifso sorry. Eno chovala kamuvan, right? It's not obligatory for him. Our Esther b'yam rishon sheyesh mitzvah, but it's Esther the first day when there's a mitzvah. The hira mitzvah and there's a hira mitzvah al mashil shielo esro kol hayom. Aha. So there's no loss. I see. So now the word of kappa here is not obligation but deficit. Let's go back. Does say that the giver doesn't suffer a loss by this. There's no deficit to him, right? If somebody else borrows it from him for a certain amount of time. But as for B'yam Rishon sheyesh mitzvah, either mitzvah, there's a mitzvah and also hidden mitzvah al mashil that the lender she'el esor kol hayom the Hashem has the entire day. He's the Gemara like it says in Gemara Banchi Yerushalayim. The people in Yerushalayim, they would go make sure everywhere they went take the lulav. Definitely does not want it to be taken out of his rishus for the entire day. And it's obviously if its intent was to give him a gift on stipulation been returned, then in fact the borrower could keep it the entire day until as long as he gives it back at some point. Says, how can this be done? And the lender will lose the mitzvah himself. That's what they said here. But that's like they said elsewhere. They say to Reuven, saying in order that Shimon should have a merit. I'm not so enthusiastic with this Arukh HaShulchan, to be honest with you, but we go with the flow. If he gave it to him explicitly as a gift with stipulation to return it, he's okay with this. And the borrower is yotzik, which was him to okay. But to say that his intent, it's clear that it's not his default intent. Given him the another reason it's not comparable. The person doesn't want to completely lose that which is his. The rak with talis and tabas, meaning the hava to a kamalo matam nasaxir v'lo kulo ela miktsoso. That's an interesting idea. He says by talis, he's willing to give us matam nasaxir, and he remains a shutaf in it. By talis and by the wedding ring. That's a big chiddush. Shem esrog the shutaf was supposed to esrog can't be shutaf. Money doesn't work by shutfus. Have to say the borrower is moving entirely from the jurisdiction of the lender. The body lomi and Cain, we don't say this kosher lomar, but if Atzim for Cain, as long as he didn't say it explicitly himself. Okay, the above. Therefore all these four species. One of them was borrowed or stolen or gone or burgled, whatever. Either was from a Jew or non-Jew. It was before he gave up hope or after he gave up hope. And it's the original don't fulfill the obligation of the mission. Mean hatege. The rights to the mean only kukachtem lochem. It's taken for you, but it's not yours. If one of them found him, you found one of the arba beating as a mitzvah, as a lost object, or Chulam or all them, Imulif Ne Yerush. Before Yerush Lo Yotze, you can't be Yotze. If it's after the loser gave a pope, Yotze, you can't be Yotze. The Mimtzia Kaimlan the Yerush Kana, because we say by a lost object, that it's after use, you can acquire it. If the original owner gave a pope, you can acquire it. So I'm going to call you simulation and test. Explain elsewhere. But that's only by a lost object, by something which is stolen or burgled. The Yush is not a Kenyan. I feel like Yush Kana, and even if Yush was a Kenyan, or she is Shinu Rishus like Yush, or there is a Shinu Rishus to the Yush, because the Yush is Shinu Rishus, Yush in change of jurisdiction, the Kohen Moslam Sham, become nevertheless, Aser, so it's because it's Ba'avera, Uksiv, as it says, Ani Hashem Sanei Gezel Ba'Allah, I am God who detests theft in Korbanos. Sorry, this is where the Kenyan came through the mitzvah. In other words, by picking up the lulav, you acquire it. That's the Shin Rishus, let's say. The Ganav is giving it to you, and therefore it's the Shin Rishus. So the Kenyan the mitzvah, taking the lulav in hand, it comes in terms of Avera. Mitzvah. Before the mitzvah, going to Kunai de Shini Maisa. You changed it, so the Maisa to change it. Shini Hashem, or its name changed. According to the halachas which it pertain. Mitzvah, that's came his before mitzvah. But that way, it doesn't have to give back the actual object. It's got to pay back money. In that case, you can be Yotze. The Ein Zu Mitzvah Ba'avera. A mitzvah coming to an Avera. The Yochel Chalit Lo Baruch Lo, but they can't make a brach on it. Yeshu, and some say the Avagav the Yochel Litlo, the Yotze, but even if you take it and fulfill the obligation, Yideichel v'Yotze v'Yideichel come Levarech Olav also. Nevertheless, to make a brach on it is forbidden. Then let's give Shem Shamayim. We shouldn't mention the name of God. Adavar Shuhu Ganu B'Gazul. They occur on something which is originally stolen. And this it says Botzea Berach Liyetz Hashem. Somebody who was Botzea, who cheated, literally took a bribe, but any type of cheating, and then made a bracha, blasphemes God. We should be concerned with this opinion, with Savik bracha, and refrain making a bracha, because the question of a Savik bracha, we are mako. We don't make the bracha. The bracket says, how do we find a case where the Kenyan comes through the mitzvah, such that by the time we prepared for the mitzvah, and that's the other shini, that's when it should happen. It's not the same thing, but whatever, it's similar enough. Mishnah Berurah says, Abraham says, if the Yerush was a shini of Maisa, or a shini of Shem, or a shini of Shus, then you can make a bracha. But the Taz grow hold that you shouldn't make a bracha no matter what. So it says, another case which the acquisition and the mitzvah come together, such as when you sold it to him, you sold it to the buyer in a manner that he's koneh b'mishicha, and then when he picks it up, like I said, he picks it up in order to be yotze with it. So that's to the mitzvah, the Kenyan is affected. You're not yotze. You have to take you can, once you acquired it, take it a second time in order to be yotze. Although, again, according to the opinion, you should make a bracha, you still should make a bracha. So it's about the Ganav Gazlan himself. But the Ganav Gazlan sold or gave as an absolute gift to another person. And the owner's already gave a vote before he sold it, and the seller gave it. So it's already acquired by the purchaser, or the person who received it, as a result of the loss of hope, and the change in jurisdiction. And the buyer and the person who received it as a gift did not give anything back to the original owner. It says literally, Mutalo Gam Vorach Levin can also make a bracha on it. But she says, no, still no bracha. Because even as Yeshin Rishos, you can't make the bracha because of Botei Berach Neitz Hashem. The Etzlo, but holds you can make a bracha. That's low by this person. Lo Shaykh Menites. He's not blaspheming. Shaykh Lo Neitz. He didn't steal it. He didn't do any na'atza. Avli Abayim. Lo Yisrael Shadayim. The owner original has given it up. Ein Acher Yitzeba. Yidei Chabas. So Gam B'chol Chag. Can't be yotze with it even the rest of the holiday. Um, some people say, the Shmuel is right, some people say it's kosher for other people except for the first day. It's about before Yush. So it's on the other day, and in other words, other people who didn't steal, it's mutter after the first day, because the second day now you get to a show. Rabbi holds not to make it. Your rabbi says you can be lenient, like the Yeshom Rim, and the Gemara also seems to like wait the halacha. Like we just said. Well, he's still going with that opinion. It doesn't work. The other days, and the rest of the whole you have to be time mitzvah, because the mitzvah which came through an avera. Still considered to belong to the person from whom was stolen. This person not using it according to the legitimately. This person who acquired it, he has to give it back to the person who was stolen. Before because it's 4 years. I said 4 years, you have to give it back. It's time for that acquisition. Test even it's after Yesh. No person can't be yotzi with it. Unless he received it, he poured it or got it as an absolute gift, which is supposed to receive. The gan of Gazan Hishil Lacher, the gan of Gazan loans the blue of somebody else, unless someone gives a gift on the stipulation return. Even though the original owner already gave up hope. And I show you to be the chosi of the Rishon. The borrower cannot be yotzi with his obligations free of the Rishon. Sheinu kani lo yedei shini rishus in Yeush. There's no kinyan of shini rishus with Yeush. Shein says shini rishus, not rishus. Gave it to left here, like Gazan. Gazan has to give it back. I was shari on the other day. She yotzi b'shol when he yotzi with a bar lulav yotzi gam b'zeh. Yotzi also with this stolen lulav. The ain's a mitzvah b'aver. It's a mitzvah which comes to aver. Shekvar siyashu bailim. The owner already gave up hope. Kodem she'ila before this kind of loaned it to the other person. Famous is shum inyan chet ala shoah. There's no sin on the borrower like on Gazan, but on the Gazan. It's law of a time in mitzvah b'aver by him. He's never going to be able to get out of the mitzvah b'aver status because he's the one who did the theft himself. Yehudi, so a Jew purchased arba minim from a non-Jew. Any of them. Shebululav, which come to the lulav, which grew in the non-Jew's land. Like I said, no Israeli balance with the Jew, so it's not cut down. Because maybe that land itself is stolen. He be out in the hands of the seller. The kaka and zealous in land cannot be stolen. Klobar, meaning shalolam and yotzis mishus never leaves the domain of the victim of the theft. The name says she saws that hakote, so it's the case. His Jew cuts off the arba meaning from the land. Who goes la me'anigzal? He's the one stealing now. Even though the victim already gave hope, Hakfani's by the Yeshen and Moil. Yerush by itself is not sufficient. That's why the seller should cut off the arba meaning. She now yad Yisrael, and now when he gives it to the Jew, Yerush, the Shini Rishus is going to be Yerush, and she Rishus in the hand of the buyer. Therefore, the Jew is not cutting down for this person, but for another person, Gam Kain Mutter, it says, okay, Sharei, Yet, Shini Rishus, Yad HaAcher, the Rishus in that other person's hands, but the Tzos Be'atzmo. So in other words, you can't cut your own directly, but you can cut and give it to another Yisrael. You have this is all preferable. I would have it, but it was stuck. I feel cuts at Batzmo, even if you cut it off yourself. Be'atzmo, by yourself and for yourself, Yotza. You make a bracha. Because it's only a remote concern. Shema maybe the land was stolen by the seller. Especially when the place is Dina Machusa, which says it's his land. If he's holding on to according to the law of land, there's no concern. And the person can come and cut down Adasim, Aravas, directly. Especially the person is in there now, it's only from the king himself. And then was a chashash, no issue. Maybe it's probably the government. So she gets the same atzmo, but there's another issue now as well. If you come and ask yourself, yesh chashash shachem mitam chiv truma, the issue of who's going to take up the truma. There's not a place to explain it. The issue is bar was simple yodea, simple shin mamrav. It's explained elsewhere. The came yesh chashash chiv truma avlei tev of any yotzim. This is a chashash of that it's truma, even if it goes in Andrew's land and it's tevel, so there's an issue. You perhaps should not be yotzei. This we should explain. Since by the noblemen, the Ishginas are their winter gardens going in Zabi, Shisham Lulav and Dasim where Lulav and Asim grow. If the nobleman himself gives them a lulav or a das, so the wife of the nobleman gives no sense love, so then he can cut off himself. I mean, or ganan, but if some member of the household, other than the principals, my husband and wife, or the gardener, a gardenik, gives it to him permission. The Jew should not cut themselves. The shaman knows him. Maybe they give him mission without their boss's authority. Gezel, it's like theft. You could say, hey, let them cut off and execute the theft of one is taking place here. Be the law, and they should give it to him. The law says, says that people acquire from love and lasting from a sharecropper without the awareness of the owner of the garden. It's possible to say that he knows that he's Michael. And it's not Gezel. Bikura Yaakov is not sure about this because it's known that generally they're not Michael. And because Lulav and Dasim are very kosher things in our country. And they're not prevalent except by the noblemen's gardens. And so that's the case. Even if you didn't know it was stolen from him, nevertheless, it's Yeush Shalom Das. And I love like a bite, which is not Conan. Shirashus by itself is not Kenyan, therefore you have to be careful not to acquire from sharecroppers without the das of the people who own the gardens, and also by other days. In this case, it would be mitzvah baba avera, because gezel nachri is also.